Hey everybody, my name's Coldrain. Welcome back to more Let's Play The Legend of Zelda Spirit Tracks. In the previous episode, we made our way to our very first temple here, the Forest Temple, and today we are going to be starting it up. But first things first, we got a little tune we want to play here, a little melody, if you will. So let's do this.
Hiya, thanks for summoning me. As a reward to you for awakening me, I'll lend you my power one time. If you're close to running out of life, play this song and I'll come rescue you. Nifty, huh? Oh, and one more thing, you can't summon me just anywhere. Only a place with strong energy like a temple or the Tower of Spirits.
So that fairy will basically act as like a potion and will heal us in our time of need. And we get the Song of Healing, which is nothing like the Song of Healing from Ocarina of Time or Majora's Mask. Also, one thing I want to point out that I just noticed myself is this archway looks like a beetle. I wonder what kind of enemies we could be facing here. Possibly bugs or something of the like. Anyway, so this temple is incredibly straightforward. As you saw, we have a locked door there. We have a door here that we cannot bypass, but what we do have is these little acorn things and this switch. So if you want to use your intellect, then you can just throw it like that. Also in this place, you're going to see that there's this all this purple like smoke around on the map, and of course that is going to be in here as well. And you know what, I might as well show it off. I'll take some damage. As you can see, it just does like a quarter heart and you can't walk through it. It's just like thick purple smog. And if we walk in here, then we are immediately going to get jumped by these guys. One of these green things is actually a little bit more powerful than the others. It takes like a few hits, so but really it's honestly nothing. Super easy enemies. Also, both of these doors open so we can continue going on. And if we open this chest, we get, bam, 100 rupees, a big green rupee. The rupees in this game are actually quite plentiful, so you can be a little bit excessive with things that you're buying. Okay, so you can see that we have a lot more of this purple fog around, and I just ran into it like a fool. But what we can do is just come up in here, and we're going to have a couple of these guys, and they're just bugs. They'll basically explode and turn into that purple smoke. They're really easy. Come on, get out of my way. I say they're really easy, but I'm taking damage. And once we kill them, the doors will open. There's really, honestly, not much to this place. Like, it's just insanely simple first dungeon. I really don't even think this will take very long to like finish this whole place off. Basically, it might take me like 10-15 minutes, so this will probably be a bit of a shorter episode. Depends on how long the cutscenes all run. But yes, we've got this item here, which I neglected to point out. But basically, if you blow into the mic, it'll let you blow like big gusts of wind, which will blow away enemies and also blows away this smoke. Now, those of you who are eagle-eyed will have noticed that there was sort of this like patch here covered by smog. So if you come back and get that, then you get yourself a item. I don't believe you always get a demon fossil. Like I said, I believe the items are all randomized, but I'm not entirely sure on that. We also have this thing here. So I think we play the Song of Awakening. Is that what we do with these guys? You play the Song of Awakening. Yes, perfect.
Yawn, that was a nice nap.
Oh, you're searching for hidden treasure? Sorry, there aren't any treasure chests left on this floor. So yeah, basically this thing will just tell us where there's treasure chests and if there are any left on the floor. So it's kind of useful if you're doing it for 100% like completion. If you're a true gamer like me. Another thing that this thing will catch or pick up is the keys, as you can see. So there's a lot of items that this thing will pick up. I keep forgetting what its name is because it's just such a ridiculous... It's like a fan, like the Gale fan or something. I think the boomerang would have been cooler, honestly, a bit of a better use. But they probably just didn't want to reuse it from Phantom Hourglass, like all the same items, considering this game is so similar, like art style wise and everything in characters. We also have another one of these stamp things here, stamp stations, but there's nothing we can do about that. So we will leave it, There's no purpose to it. And then we can actually come back here and grab ourselves another chest. And this will give us another big green rupee. And now we can come down, you know, now we got 326. You definitely want to have about 300 rupees coming out of this place. Because there are some games and some items that we're gonna want to be doing as soon as we're finished here. I think he's just going to tell us what whether or not there are any chests left on the floor, so I'm not going to bother with that thing. And once again, we have a little fight. It's sort of like a running theme in this game. There's like a lot of these. Oh shoot! There's a lot of these puzzles basically just revolve around killing like 3 or 4 enemies in a single room and then opening a door. Like, not even a puzzle, just like challenges, and it's kind of like padding out. Honestly, it's a little bit boring, especially when we're fighting such simple enemies, but whatever, you know, I'll take it. I ain't gonna complain. One thing that I do appreciate about this game over Phantom Hourglass is that the music is actually different per like dungeon. So that's actually nice, because that's one thing I really hated about Phantom Hourglass. Like, it just felt like a lot of the dungeons lacked character, like their own personal identity. Like, they all just felt super similar and super boring, frankly. Okay, so what we can do here is knock this acorn thing, whatever it is, into the switch, and we will get ourselves a chest. Let's get our chesty. I'm feeling a little chesty. And we get a small key. Cool. Cool. Perfect. We're already basically done with this place, and I've only been here for like 5 minutes recording. So as you can see, the dungeons in this game are for the most part going to be pretty straightforward. A couple of them do get pretty challenging, but like the first 2 or 3 dungeons are super easy. There's really nothing to them. In fact, I might even skip like the practice file just for them, basically, because it feels a bit superfluous. Anyway, we have our mini-boss here. This is Mothula or something, I believe its name is. It's a really simple enemy. Basically, it's going to fly around and summon these skulls to send into you. The bubbles, I believe they're actually called, the proper term. It's going to spawn it into you. And if you actually go too quickly, if you do it like too quickly like I did there, try and, you know, hit him with the fan, then he's going to stop. He will stop summoning it, and he will just reflect the wind back at you and try and stun you and damage you, and he will try and fuck your wives and all this sort of thing. Okay, that's ridiculous. But he goes down super easy, just 2 hits. He also drops a red rupee, which is lovely. That gives us 20 more rupees for our wallet. And as you can see, we actually, unlike in previous Zelda games, if you played other Zelda games, which you most likely have if you're watching me play this, then you will notice that we automatically have like a pretty fat wallet, like in Spirit Tracks. And we also have this. Look at that keyhole, Kaden. I think you'll need a special key to unlock it. Yes, we need the boss key, which you can see in the top right-hand corner of the map. Anyway, super simple. And where were we? Okay, coming back here, we have these enemies here. These things are going to kind of act like bombs. So if you hit them, then they'll start to they'll curl up. I don't think they actually will explode by themselves. If they do, then it takes quite a while. I'll put it up on screen if I'm wrong. If they, like I said, if they do explode by themselves, it does take a little bit. But you can just use the fan to blow them into stuff, and which will blow up which will explode upon impact with something else like those blocks, as you guys just saw. So if you hit that switch, we get another item here, get ourselves a Dark Pearl loop. I got a dragon scale in my practice file, so yeah, everything is randomized with this. And we also have another one of these guys here, these statues, which I'm not going to bother with because we already have all the chests. And I believe that's all it's going to tell us. I could be wrong. I have been wrong before, I've known to be incorrect. So now we've got another one of these challenges where we have this thing, another one of these exploding boys, and then what we want to do is just send one. It's really straightforward. You send one across, and are you serious? Come on now, get over here. Get over here, idiots! Come on. All right. The way I like to do this is, are you serious? Are you actually genuinely 100% for realsies? They just exploded on each other. Alright. Dude! Alright, okay. At least they didn't blow up that time. Please do not blow up. Are you serious? Why? Dude, this is really not that difficult. Why is this taking me so long? Come on. Alright. Stop dropping literally right next to it. Ugh, I'm getting such a frustrating... Okay, yes, they do explode by themselves anyway. Come on, I just need one closer to the edge, and I don't need the other one dropping in and getting in the way. Come on, man. Give me a break, dude. Alright, you, get out of here. I'm gonna send this one this way. Yes, there we go, finally. That took so much longer than was necessary. Oh well, I had to give this episode some, like, useless padding so that it's longer than, like, 15 minutes. Alright. So now that's going to open up the path to the big key, and make note of these tiles on the floor, these swirly little tiles, because it is going to become important. And when we come up here, that big key looks like it'll open the door in the center of the room. Let's take it over there. Wow, what a great idea. What an incredible idea. So as you can see here, it looks like a map of this room. What are those skulls? What does this arrow mean? So this will tell you the path that you got to walk through to get out of this place. And I don't play by the rules, baby. I don't play by the rules. I'm going to go straight through. I'm going to go the other way because that's the kind of guy I am. But as you can see, master hands are basically going to come, and it will appear, and they'll try and take the key. Or floor masters, not master hands. Oh no, we've been caught! They're gonna take the key back! We gotta get away from them! Oh no, I really hope they don't take the key back to the place where we found it, literally like 10 feet away. That would suck. I would really, really hate that. So once they drop it back, their mission will be completed and they will disappear, and everything will be as it was. But this is basically going to be like a running thing in all of the dungeons. Like, you just have to take like a certain path or solve some puzzle to avoid those the floor masters spawning in. Because as you can see, if we avoid walking on those tiles, then we will be safe. We will be safe. And you can actually like walk on the tiles anyway and still be able to, like, the floor masters will be pursuing you, and you can still have enough time to actually get the key in. But there we go. I really like this animation, by the way. I think it's really cool with Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks how like every single dungeon has like this sort of stairway thing that leads up to the actual boss battle. We also get a Stalfos skull here, as opposed to like the older Zelda games where it's kind of just like you just walk through one door, and then there you are, you're fighting the boss. Step into the blue light to return to the temple entrance. Yes, this will give us a little shortcut, but I ain't messes with that. We don't need it. We are all set, all gravy in the navy. Here we are. Stagnox, the Armored Colossus. This dude is our very first boss, and as you can see, his appearance reflects the archway that we saw when we first came into this place. So this dude's super easy. As you can see, he has some of this smoke on his ass, his thorax, I should say, his big booty, his plump behind. That shit's smoking for real. But as you can see, if you just blow away that smoke, then you can hit it as much as you like. You can smack his big booty. So this doesn't take too long, just like 2 phases or 2 turns, and then he'll go into a second phase. Alright, he's mad now. He's really mad. Now he's flying. He's flying away. You know, if he just flew and like didn't attack us, then we would have just lost this game. There's nothing we could do. You know, Cole would have won. The demon guy would have won, and we would be lost. We would be lost. The world would have been taken over if this thing had just like had the foresight to just stay out of my reach. But whatever, what are you going to do, eh? This game would be much more boring if we didn't have this boss to fight. You know, if the game ended here, then, you know, it wouldn't be much. So if we just blow one of these things into him while he's trying to fly at us, then he will take some serious damage. This is a really easy fight though, just like the rest of this dungeon. It's kind of just setting you up for, you know, the difficulty of the game later on, and I actually got a bit distracted there. Or a bit confused, rather. I have to wait for him to throw these things at me before I actually try and, use the fan. But if we just blow it into him, I believe this is going to be our last phase here. Come on, come on. Yes, there we go. He is dead. Super, super easy boss. Nothing to it. And he crumbles up and turns to dust. Actually, he doesn't turn to dust. He just turns into a triangle. Cool. A green triangle. Awesome. What a prize. That's so cool, guys. Way cooler than the Triforce. Or the medallions. And with that, we get the second level of the tower connected. Isn't that nice?
Good job, Caden. The forest rail map started glowing.
Yes, and we get one new path, literally one path up to the right. Awesome. I feel like I've accomplished so much. We also get a big white and gold chest. I wonder what could be in this.
Look, Caden, we can return to the temple entrance from there. Let's go back.
Yeah, I already know that because I read the stone tablet before we walked in here. And with that, we get our first heart container. Well, really our fourth heart container because we already have 3. But that will refill our hearts, and I believe this game only has 16 heart containers all up, as opposed to the usual 20 of the Zelda games. Well, I guess in the handheld games, it usually is just 16, like in Link's Awakening and whatever. But anyway, now that that is done, I was going to end the episode here, but I think it would be cooler. You know, I've got a little bit of time left, so I think that we should make our way to Castletown and see the changes in the world now that we have killed Stagnox and gotten the green triangle and everything. There are actually a couple of like little side questy things that I want to do. There's really not very much for us to do, to be honest, at this point. Although there are, like I said, there are a few mini games that will give us like some more heart containers. Well, actually, there's only one more heart container we can get at the moment, and then some other items. But anyway, that's sort of besides the point. We can just go ahead and go through here. Do we have to go all through the Lost Woods again? I don't believe so. As you can see, this place is like completely changed as well, like different music and everything. Also, get out of my way. You just have to time that right with the spiders. Okay, yes, as you can see, this place is like, you no longer get lost in the actual Lost Woods. You don't have to follow any patterns. You go through like normal, which is actually cool. I like that you come back through here and it's just like changed all again. Or at least, like, are you serious? I thought that thing was just going to start swinging out of the way. I probably had to honk the horn. I mean, him with this, the horn. Anyway, as you can see, we have these other trains on the map at the moment, and they're not really going to do anything at them right now to bother us, to mess with us. And it feels like the Lost Woods are way longer than they were the first time we came through. Oh well. Doesn't really matter. Nothing really matters to me. We're out of the woods, and we are back in Hyrule, or not Hyrule rather, but actually, is this Hyrule? I genuinely cannot think. I cannot remember what it's supposed to be called in this game. But as you can see, these trains are now evil trains. They look mean. They got angry faces. So yes, all the trains in the overworld are basically going to be turned into these things, and they're going to basically try and charge us and kill us and explode.
What was that? I don't know what just happened, but it doesn't look good. Let's just stay away from those trains. I think that would be best.
You're crazy, you're crazy. It's much cooler if we drive directly into them. I always thought they looked like Cheeps as well on the map when you look at them. They look so ridiculously comical. So I believe speed-wise, these things are about as fast as us when we're in like turbo mode, when we're in max speed. And as you can see, this thing is hot on our heels as well. So what you're going to want to do with a lot of these things is basically just like keep plotting your route and staying out of their way. They're not really that much of a danger. They only do like 1 damage, I believe. But it's just one of those things, you know, it's one of those things, you might as well just avoid them. So you kind of have to plan ahead with your route, which I actually think is cool, because the whole train, the train gimmick is like, it's a good idea. But at the start of the game, there's just not really a lot for you to do while you're like plotting a course. So now that we actually have to account for like enemies on the tracks and that sort of thing, it's a lot cooler. And later on, we do like get more collectibles and things that we have to do as we're like driving as well. But anyway, there we are. We're back in Castletown, and I think I'm going to end that episode off here. So
It's been so long since I've been home. I wonder how Alfonso and Teacher are.
it's literally been like, you know, I know it's been like 2 weeks since I started this Let's Play, but it's only been like in game like an hour since you've been home. Like, come on, you don't think you're being a little dramatic? Anyway. As I was saying, that's it, guys. Thanks so much for watching, and in the next episode of Spirit Tracks, we are going to play some mini games, and then we're going to head to the Tower of Spirits. See you guys then.